Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Sport World with Mayor. Nice to be back. This particular video it's all about my predictions of the Seria A. That's I think the Italian league, the season, how their season we're gonna go about. They from number 20th to the first, who will win the league, best player, best coach, best young player, and many more and others. But I think we can preview the season together. For now, let's start. This particular video is all about the predictions, my predictions for the Serie A season. We will talk about the best coach, top goal scorer, young best player, and many more, and we'll see how the season goes. For number 20th, I think for my number 20th, I will pick Lecce. I am picking Lecce not because I think last season they escaped relegation. They escaped relegation last season, and I don't think this season they have done enough to boost themselves to stay put in the league. I'm picking Lecce to be relegated, number 20th. Then from number 19, I'm going to pick Pisa. Pisa came from I think they were newly promoted. But it's always very difficult for newly promoted teams to stay put in the league, especially when they have not really invested so much. Like, if you invest enough to stay in the league, then it's possible. But Pisa, I think number 19, they will gather a lot of points. They will still win some matches, but I think it will not be enough for them to stay put in the league. My number 18 is Cremonese. Cremonese too is also a newly promoted team. They have been in they have been in the league before. They got relegated and they still came back again. But I still feel they have not done enough to stay put in the league. So they are my favorite. They are my number 18 team, 18 position team. Number 17 is Hellas Verona. Hellas Verona, I think they were in the league last season, but this season I feel they will struggle this season. Not because of anything, but I just feel they have not done enough. No improved signing. No, didn't make any notable signing that will boost the morale of the team. So I feel they will relegate. Number 16 team is Cagliari. Cagliari has been like they have stayed long in this top light Serie A top light division for so long. I still feel they still have more than enough to still stay put in the league. They are very good. They are not a bad team. They are not a very good team, but they are just a team that go okay. In terms of surviving, they can easily survive. They can easily survive in the league phase. My number 15 team is Sassuolo. Sassuolo is a newly promoted team. I picked them to finish number 15 because that team, they have the experience. They have stayed long in the league before. Like, they are a regular established team in the league before. But I think out of mismanagement and some of their players leaving them, they got relegated. I think they got relegated. But them coming up, I feel that experience will still keep them going. And I still feel they improve in the team. They'll add one or two additions to improve the team. So I'm picking Sassuolo to stay put number 15. Number 14, Udinese. They are a mid-table team. Well established team in the Serie A league. And I feel they have more than enough to stay put in the league. Number 13, Genoa. Genoa is a mid-table club. I think it's coached by Patrick Vieira. So, and they are always daring there. They don't like they will just be there. They are not relegating. They are just there. They are this type of team that will take off points from big clubs. But this season, I feel they will still have some shaky moment this season. So I'm picking them to stay put number 13. My number 12 team is Torino. Torino, I picked them to be number 12 because I've not really seen any improvement in Torino as a team. They were once a giant, not really a giant team, but like a team that always gets Europe, and like a team that always finish above 10th position upwards. But currently now, I think the team has been really unstable, and I don't think they will not do badly. They are not going to do badly, but I don't think they will still be up to that level. So I picked them to finish number 12. Number 11 team is Parma. This is one team that I just don't know how they are. Like, this team is a team that even those that bet, you can easily bet against Parma, because they are this kind of teams that knows how to beat a big club. If Parma is playing Juventus, most likely you see the match will end 2-2 draw. Parma is playing Napoli. The match, you can see they can even win Napoli 1-0. They are this kind of mid-table team that are very good in beating up big teams. Them, Genoa, these are teams that I'm skeptical if how they are well drilled and how they perform. But they are always a good mid-table team, and I feel they will stay put for long. And I feel they will finish number 11th. Then number 10 is, it's not really from my mind, but I just feel there is a lot of things that is happening in that particular club. Atlanta to finish number 10. There is a team that finished, I think they finished 3rd last season. But this season, there is a lot going through that club. Now, they lost their manager, the most stable manager they have ever had. It is Gasparini. They lost him to Roma. A lot of players, their top goal scorer in Seria A, Retogi, left the team for Saudi Arabia. They still have unrest Ademola Lookman, which is eager to leave the club. So a lot of ups and downs. And now the manager they have picked is Juric, former Southampton manager. Is a manager that 90% of people don't really rate him, because I don't know how he normally got his jobs, but it's this kind of manager that I don't think he will polish Atlanta to the level that Gasparini polished Atlanta to. So I picked them to finish 10. They have a very good team. They are not going to be relegated, or they are not going to finish more than 10th position. So I feel they finish number 10. Then my number 9 team is Roma. Roma is a giant team in Italy that is on a downward movement. I think getting Gasparini is a step in direction for them, but it's not a rocket science. Gasparini can just come into the team and do magic, It's going to build a team. The way he built Atlanta, he's going to build Roma like that. And he's a manager that knows how to manage with low budget clubs. So Roma, these are teams that don't have money. Roma does not have money. I think that's why Jose Mourinho couldn't even stay in the team, because they couldn't sign good signings that will help them compete very well. But Gasparini can do that. He knows how to pick up pieces and make them somebody. So I feel Roma will be better maybe from next season and upper season coming. But this particular season they will struggle a bit before they will get stable, before they will understand how Gasparini plays and how he wants them to play. Then my number 8 team is Fiorentina. I would love them to make Europe, but I think there are some teams that could give us a shock. They can still prove me wrong, but I think Fiorentina. I'm still in a dilemma about Fiorentina, but I feel they will still do well. They will still always do well. They can still prove me wrong and get Europe, but I feel they will finish outside Europe this time around because I think they have the conference league to play. So managing Europe and the league, I think they will slightly miss it out this time around. My number 17 is Bologna. Wow. Bologna last season was exceptional. They finished outside Europe last season, but though they won a trophy which they have never won in I think it's 51 years. Yeah, they won a trophy. They won a Coppa Italia trophy. They have never won a 50. They have never won a trophy in their history for 51 years. So Bologna, I'm picking Bologna to finish 7th. I rate their coach. He's a young manager, but I feel he has a lot to prove this time around. Owing that they're not going to be in Europe, it's just one game a week. I think they will perform above their expectation. Number 6 is Lazio. I tip them to get a Europa League spot because I know they'll be managing both they'll be managing both Europa League and the league. But they are a very good, well-drilled team. So I feel they will always perform very well. I don't know if they have the squad depth to manage both Europe and the league, but I feel they will finish number 6. By my surprise package, it might not be out of performance, it might be out of bias, but you can't underestimate this team. If you watch them last season, like Seria, and I follow Seria very well. If you watch them last season, you will know that this team, if they add more additions and more finance in this team is going to go far. Is Como to finish 5th position. I saw their performance last season. They perform beyond what people never expected. If Como is playing any big team, that big team is going to find it difficult. But this time around, I think those players were a bit young and they still suffered a bit of inexperience in the league last season. But this season, they are well experienced now. They now know the league very well. They will perform extraordinary. I'm picking Como to finish 5th position. By number 4th is Juventus. I picked Juventus to finish 4th. I rate Theodore, what's this guy? This is a new coach. I think Theodore something. So I rate him, but I think Juventus team is a team that's out of their depth. That team need total rebuilding. There's a lot. They have some talented players like Yedis, like so many other Yedis and Cook Miners. They have some little talented players that you always love to watch. But as a team, they have not really they have lost that spark of being a team. But I feel they are still more than good enough to make Champions League spot. So I think they'll finish 4th. My 3rd team is Inter Milan. Same players, different system, different manager. Their new manager is Christian Chivu. Chivu has been managing Inter Milan, not the main team. I think from the under 23 team. It was the under 23 coach before they promoted him now to become the main coach. Christian Chivu, why I feel he will finish top, because he's like a rookie coach, a coach with no much of experience to coach a giant team like Inter Milan. He will definitely struggle. He will struggle. Maybe with time, if they give him time, then he will start building. He will start building his ideas. He will impart his ideas to the team, to this new team. This current squad of Inter Milan, they are a very good squad, but they are so used to Inzaghi's football. So now, and Christian Chivu plays a different kind of football. He doesn't play back three, he plays back four. So they need to adapt. So this adaptation period will still cost them. They will not be able to compete very well for the league. My number 2 team is Napoli. They won the league last season, but I don't think they will retain the league this season. I picked them to finish number 2 because, first of all, last season they won the league because they were playing one game a week. They were just playing one game a week. No other competition. Maybe one game a week on domestic competitions. No Europe. But this season now, they now have Europe to play. Though they make some notable additions like Kevin De Bruyne, which is a very experienced player. They still make some other additions too in some other areas. But that's balancing Champions League and the league phase. I don't think Napoli have this big squad that they'll be able to balance both Champions League and the league and maintain it to the end. I don't think they have it. They have a very good manager. They have some players, but I feel they will not be able to balance it. What affected Inter Milan last season, when they were going for treble and they end up losing everything, it's what going to affect Napoli this time around. It's not just rocket science, but that's just the fact. Balancing Europe and the league phase, competing very well, you have to have a balanced team. You have to have a big squad, and I don't think Napoli have a big squad that will be able to balance that. Antonio Conte has been this manager that have not been doing well. He's a very good league manager, but I don't think he has done very well in Europe, and he wants to prove points. So he wants to try and go far in Europe too. So I think we will see how it goes, but I feel they will finish second. Why the winner, the champions of Italy, finally, I pick AC Milan to win it. They have a very young, good team. And they make a very good notable additions this particular summer transfer window with a very well experienced manager with Marcelo Allegri. I pick AC Milan to win it because, first of all, AC Milan have no Europe to compete for, just one game a week, and they have a very well experienced manager that will drill this young AC Milan team, that will drill them, make them, especially their defense line, tighten up. All of us know Allegri to be a very well defensive manager. He's going to make that team more compact, more difficult to play. I remember Arsenal playing them in this preseason. I saw how they play. This is even preseason. They were so compact, so difficult, and they are very good in playing this transition football because they have the wide players that can do it. They have Rafael Leao and they have Christian Pulisic. Now they have very wide addition. Now they have two good strikers that will compete very well. They have Santiago Jimenez. They have now Victor Boniface. So they will compete very well. I see them winning the league. That's my take for the league. Then notable awards. Manager of the season, I pick Allegri to be the manager of the season. Player of the season, I pick Rafael Leao to be the player of the season. Definitely, if AC Milan wins the league, he will play a key part from the winning the league. Then my top scorer of the season. That's why I'm having dilemma. I'm in dilemma between Moses Kean of Fiorentina and Lautaro Martinez of Inter Milan. But I will pick Moses Kean. Moses Kean was finished second last season to Retegi when he got 19 league goals. But this season, I feel this season he's going to have a very big season. He's going to make impact. I pick Moses Kean to win the top goal scorer. Then young player of the year. Last season was Nico Pass. I feel this same season it will still be Nico Pass because how talented that guy is. I think Madrid almost pay buyback clause to get him back because he's a Madrid player, former Madrid player. They sold him to Como. This time around, I think after this season, after his performance this season, he will not stay in Seria. I think he will go back to Madrid. Basically, this is my predictions for the Serie A season. We will look forward to see what will really happen. And guys, do ensure to like, subscribe to my channel, turn off your notification. Anytime I drop a new video, you'll be notified. Thank you. God bless.